In today's episode, I'm gonna show you everything you should know about media queries. Let's get started. Media queries are really important when you want to style differently your website based on the device where it's displayed. Media queries rules can be applied through HTML, through CSS, or even through JavaScript. Media queries are defined by media types and media features. The media types are all, screen, print, and speech. For the media feature, the list is a bit longer, but the most important ones are width, height, orientation, aspect ratio, and resolution. I will leave a link in the description where you can find the full list. One last thing before start coding. In the declaration of the media query rules, you can use media types and media features together. Let's start with the examples so you can understand better what I mean. I create an index.html and an app CSS pages where we can start to test the media queries behavior. If we want to declare the media queries through HTML, we are gonna do it inside the link tag, where we can add a media attributes, where we can assign the media types that, as we said before, can be all, or can be print, or can be screen, or can be speech. In this case, we can leave the media as all, that is the default one. Now I would like to have the background of the page to be blue when the website is displayed inside a phone. In this case, I need to declare a new style sheet and assign to it a different media attribute. Let's duplicate this. Let's create a responsive app CSS, and we are going to use the media screen and define a media feature that is like max width, and we are declare it as for example 400 pixels, right? So we know that the responsive app CSS will be applied to the page only when the device is a screen type and the max width of the page is 400 pixels. Now we're gonna open the responsive app CSS and we are gonna copy paste the content that is in the app CSS, and we change the background to blue. Okay. Now let's refresh the page. Let's change this as a font, and it's not working. As you probably remember from the previous video, we need to define the meta viewport in order to apply the media queries rules to the page. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and add in our head section of the page the meta viewport. So let's write meta, so name, viewport, and then the content as let's give it a width that is device width, and let's give an initial scale that is equal to 1. Let's refresh, and voila, we have the blue background for fonts, and if you are going back to desktop, we have the background that is orange-red. This is the way to apply media queries rules in the HTML. Now let's do the same thing but using only CSS. Imagine now that you don't want to load two different style sheets, but you want to declare the style for responsive and not inside the same file. This can be done through only CSS. So let's remove the responsive CSS that we have. So the responsive app CSS style doesn't work anymore. Let's clear up the file entirely and let's start over. Now let's see that on phone and on desktop the background color is the same. So now we are gonna go inside the app CSS and we are gonna use the at role called media. So let's say at media, and now we're gonna apply the media type that is screen, and as before we did in the media attribute, we can declare max width as 400 pixels, and we can say again background body is gonna be blue. And now we have the same result as before, but using only one file CSS and the @media CSS role. To double check, we are gonna switch between the phone view and the desktop view and see if the correct style is applied. Everything looks really good. Now we can play with the last example and apply media queries with JavaScript. Imagine that we want to show a message when we load the page where it's being recognized if the viewport is a phone device viewport or a desktop device viewport. So we need to define the match media, that in this case is screen and max width 400 pixels, and the browser should show a message saying this is a phone device, or this is a desktop device. Let's try it out. We are on phone size, we are refreshing a page and we receive this is a phone device. Perfect. Let's go on desktop, let's refresh, and here we're gonna see this is a desktop device. Very good. If we go back to the responsive view and we are trying to resize the viewport, we see that we are not receiving any message that is saying this device is a phone or a desktop. To do this, we need just to change a bit this script and transform it as this one. Here we are defining a listener that is detecting when the media viewport is changing size, and if the match media has some matches, then it's gonna show that this is a phone device message or this is a desktop device. Let's try this out. We are refreshing, now we are resizing, we're going below the 400 and we are receiving this is a phone device. Perfect. We're gonna go above the 400 and we are gonna see that this is a desktop device. Very good. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm publishing my contents also on Facebook and Instagram, so you can follow me there too. Happy coding and I'll see you soon. Ciao!